Welcome to Living the Empowered Life podcast, where we discuss all things empowering, encouraging, and inspiring. My name is Yvonne Ellis. I'm an empowerment speaker, author, coach, trainer, and founder of Yumi Empowerment, a company that facilitates the empowerment of people. I help people to make positive life change, live in their purpose, and develop into their best version of self. I share stories, interviews, spiritual encouragement, and actionable tips to empower, encourage, and inspire you to live the life you want. So if you want to live the empowered life, join me each week on my podcast so we can take the journey together. Welcome to Living the Empowered Life podcast. My name is Yvonne and this is episode 6 of the podcast, and I have something special in store for you today. But first of all, I just want to thank those of you who are listening in for the first time. Welcome to the podcast. Don't forget to subscribe so that you can be notified of any new bi-weekly episodes. The podcast is available on Apple, Stitcher, and Spotify. And if you'd like to kindly leave me a review on Apple iTunes, feel free to do so. To those of you who have been supporting me from the beginning of my podcasting journey, thank you so much for your support. Last episode 5, which was about what's in your hands, was greatly received. A lot of people found the encouragement from it. And, as I do these podcasts, I hope to continue to bring you valuable content that will add value to your life. So as I said, I've got something special for you. I've got the recipe. I've got the sauce. I've got the ingredients, baby. I bet you're wondering, what is this mad woman talking about? Well, of course, I'm talking about the recipe to live an empowered life. So in this episode 6, that's what I want to share with you. What the ingredients are to live an empowered life. Firstly, what does it mean to be empowered? Basically, it's a process that fosters power. If you've got a particular problem, challenge that needs a solution, basically to be empowered is giving you a tool or something you can use to process power in that situation, to move you from A to B, to move you from being stuck to unstuck. And I was inspired to do this episode because I was thinking about my journey of how far I've come over the years. There's been many times throughout my life I didn't think I was going to make it to the next year or to do any of the things that I was doing. And I was just reflecting on how far I've come. And I was thinking about what things have I used in my life to live an empowered life today. As I mentioned in other episodes, I have not always lived an empowered life. As a matter of fact, my empowerment journey started at around 35 years old. I am now 44 years old and I'm at a place where I can say that I am kind of living the life that I want. Obviously, there's things I want to accomplish and achieve, but I am right where I need to be and I'm happy with where I am. So basically, I want to share with you my recipe of all the ingredients of my empowered life, and this list is not in any particular order. I just put this list together of all the things that I recognized has helped me to get to where I am today. So the first thing on my list is taking risks. That's the first ingredient. Now, I can clearly remember taking my first risk at 13 years old when I spoke out and told somebody about the sexual abuse I was going through in my home. Now, it was one of those things that was absolutely scary. I didn't know the outcome of my decision. I didn't know what it would mean for my future. But all I knew is that it was something I needed to do. And that is one of the things about taking risks. You don't have an idea of exactly how it's going to end up, but you know that in doing it, something will change. It brings some type of transformation. So the second thing I have on my little list of ingredients that have helped me to live the empowered life is dealing with unresolved trauma and issues. Now, this was essential to my healing. And if I was to kind of give that picture of a recipe, a bowl of ingredients where you put things together, I would say that dealing with my unresolved trauma and issues was the very first thing to go into the bowl for the ingredients. I had to deal with all that my childhood had left behind, all the insecurities, all the unforgiveness, all the trauma, And in doing that, it helped me to heal. It helped me to start to face some really difficult and hard things. It helped me to understand who I was as a person and what I wanted for my life. In dealing with unresolved trauma was a huge benefit to me. And how I did that was through many different ways. But one of the main ways that I did that was through attending therapy with somebody who was qualified in the field of the things that I had gone through. The healing from my past was over a 20-year journey. It didn't just happen overnight. I found as I dealt with one thing, another thing would come up, and then I would have to deal with that as well. Another thing I have on my list of ingredients is acting on ideas. Now, in my circumstances, I am somebody who likes to act on my ideas. I like to put things into practice. I like to try things. I like to explore new things. This has really helped to broaden my mind, helped with my confidence, given me courage, because as I've acted on ideas, as I've gone forward and done new things, it's then given me the kind of confidence and courage to then go forward and try other things. One of the key things I would say to you about acting on ideas is that at first it might feel stupid if you have ideas, but nevertheless you to act on them. Don't think about what other people think or think, too much about whether or not it will work or not. Ideas are really one of those things that you don't know whether or not they will work until you try it. The next thing I have on my list is to gain more knowledge. This is really important because knowledge does expand your mind. So seek new knowledge, gain new knowledge. In the Bible, it talks always specifically about what knowledge brings to a person. Knowledge can help to enhance wisdom. Knowledge can help to make you, wise. Knowledge can bring about, things in your life where you can, do new things or try new things. So do take in more knowledge. The next thing I want to share is build self-esteem and confidence. So let's go back to that ingredient bowl for a minute. So my first ingredient was healing from my trauma and my issues of my past. The next ingredient, if I was going to put it into a list of things that were going to go into that bowl for the recipe to live the empowered life, would be to build your self-esteem and confidence.